Good morning, students. So for today, we will be covering another topic, which is about introduction to chemical reactions. So basically, this will be a crash course only since our time is limited. I'd like to apologize for my shortcoming, especially yung last meeting. Supposedly nakapag-discuss sana tayo nito. But please bear with me and allow me to discuss this one. So introduction to chemical reactions. So previously you have learned about combined gas law. So basically it's just a law that combines the three laws we previously discussed, which are Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac's law. And this one is the working equation for that combined gas law. So tandaan nyo lang po ito yung pinaka-equation natin. And out of this equation, we can derive six other equations po. And these are the six equations for the combined gas law. And I hope alam niyo na to kung paano gagamitin po. To take note, since meron dyan temperature as part of the variable, ang pinaka ginagawa natin ulit is to express the temperature in absolute scale. Po. So parating nagko-convert ng Kelvin. So para lang siya yung ginawa natin sa Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Gay-Lussac's law. So same as the process po. However, dito kasi is marami ng variables po. So, yun nga, ang pinaka-topic natin ngayon ay hindi yung combined gas law, but please study again that law, okay? Say that will be part of your exam. Pero ang pinaka-purpose ng video lesson na to ay i-discuss natin yung tinatawag natin na chemical reaction, okay? Or making new substances. Because for chemical reaction, yung pinaka-endpoint nito ay makagawa ng panibagong substance. So take a look at this example, 'di ba? Alam naman natin 'to na kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng mixing of baking soda and vinegar, ang na-form is siguro have you ever tried this one in your house? Kapag hinalo natin yung suka at yung baking soda, magkakaroon tayo ng gantong reaction, 'di ba? Magkakaroon ng foam, okay? So yung part na to, this one is an example of a chemical reaction. So here, the sodium bicarbonate, which is commonly known as baking soda, and weak acetic acid and vinegar react and trap the carbon dioxide to form bubbles. So meron na form na parang foam, okay, in a form of bubbles, and the mixture of the baking soda, which is the solid, and the vinegar, which is a liquid, creates a gas and a liquid po, which in turn results in a foam, which is basically a mixture of gas, liquid, or a colloid. So this one is an example of a chemical reactions. So mamaya papaliwanag ko kung bakit ito ay isang example ng chemical reaction. So another example of a chemical reaction is this one. Okay, so we have sodium hydroxide plus aluminum and plus water yields or give us aluminum hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So, typically, meron tayong ginagamit na, ano tawag dyan, yung panglinis ng kubeta, di ba? Yung, um, ang tawag doon ay sodium hydroxide. So, kapag minix natin siya sa aluminum, let's say for example, aluminum foil, magkakaroon po ng reaction. Po, actually, ang mabubuo dyan ay isang hydrogen gas na it's a very combustible gas po. Ano, pwede siyang mag-cause ng sunog once na mapabayaan. Ayan po. So that one is an example of a chemical reaction. So now, what is a chemical reaction? So a chemical reaction is a process that leads to the chemical transformation of one set of chemical substances to another. So based on this definition, ang pinaka-point lang naman dito ay proseso siya. Po. So proseso siya kung saan yung isang substance ay natatransform from one specific substance to another. Meaning to say, yung isang bagay na yon ay nag-iiba ng kanyang anyo. Okay? So from its original, okay, so nagkakaroon tayo ng panibagong forma. At itong panibagong forma na to, hindi na sa actually yung original substance na to. Po. So that's what we mean by chemical reaction. Natatransform yung isang bagay to another substance. So, how do we know that there is this chemical reaction? Paano ba natin nasasabi na, ay, merong chemical reaction na nangyayari? There are evidences that you need to look into. And these are some of the evidences. Number one, production of light. Kapag nagkaroon ng formation ng light, okay, let's say nag-spark, di ba? For example, sa fireworks, tama, kapag merong na-generate or na-produce na light, merong chemical reaction. Another is evolution of gas. So just like the example kanina na merong formation of gas, so that's an example na merong chemical reaction na nangyari. When we say evolution of gas, there's also this generation of gas po. Gas may be in a form of bubbles, mga ganong klase. And then third, we have the temperature change. Yan po. So meaning to say, kailangan nagbago yung temperature. So ang pinaka-exception nito yung tinatawag natin na phase change. Sa phase change ay hindi nagbabago yung temperature. Ayun po. So sa phase change kasi ang nangyayari ay nagbabago lang yung pinaka state ng matter, however, hindi bumabago yung temperature. So pag sinabing temperature, nagkakaroon tayo ng abrupt na pagbabago, let's say from 0 naging 100, po, or from 0 naging 50 degrees Celsius. So nagbago talaga. Not 0 to 0 or not 100 to 100. And then fourth, we have the change in the intrinsic property. And some of the intrinsic properties are stated here. We have the color and odor. Yung color, yung alam naman natin to, 'di ba? For example, nagkaroon tayo ng ripening of fruits. Yan po, halimbawa, mangga, yung mangga na color green ay naging yellow. Yan po. Or yung yellow na mangga naging color brown or nabulok. So nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa color. And also we have the odor, yung amoy naman. Yan po. So, for example, nagkaroon ng chemical reaction at one indication of that is yung magkaroon ng pagbabago sa amoy or sa odor. Halimbawa, nagsunog ka ng isang kahoy, yun po. So, 'di ba parang napaka irritating niya sa part ng nose natin. So, yeah, that's an indication na merong chemical reaction na nangyari. And then we have the last one, the formation of precipitate. Okay? When we say precipitate, it's just a solid form in a solution. Yan po. Sa tataramon ta, agaro ni itong mga tundag na nabubuo. Yan po. Sa sarong solution. Yan po. So ito ay mga parang nag-settle down sa isang solution in a form of what we call that as precipitate or it's a solid form. So these are some of the evidences para masabi natin na merong chemical reaction na nangyari. Now, chemical reactions are everywhere. Po. So, for example, when you cook, 'di ba? Sa cooking naman kasi maraming nangyayari, 'di ba po? So, una, merong formation ng light or production ng light, nag-iiba yung odor ng mga pagkain, nag-iiba yung kulay ng mga pagkain. So, meron yan tinatawag natin na chemical reactions. So, typically when you cook, that's a chemical reaction process. Okay? Another is what we call respiration. So respiration, it's basically a chemical process sa mga organism just like us, wherein we try to release the energy from food. Po, kapag kumakain tayo, yung kinain natin ay na-convert sa energy. Po, na-convert sa energy. So it involves the consumption of oxygen and the release of carbon dioxide. That's what we mean by respiration po. So yung glucose and then yung oxygen gas ay nako-convert sa carbon dioxide, water, plus energy. So typically that's a chemical reaction po. So kasi yung glucose na starting product natin, starting product natin ay nako-convert sa energy which is typically different na. So that's a chemical reaction. And then another example of chemical reaction is when you do hair dyeing, di ba? Kapag nagkukulay tayo ng buhok natin, ano bang indication na chemical reaction siya? Una, yung amoy, di ba? Typically, napakabaho niya. Pangalawa, nag-change yung color ng buhok natin. Pangatlo, at some point, parang sa scalp natin, di ba? Parang masakit siya. So, those are indications na merong chemical reaction na nangyari. And then another is yung sa tinatawag natin na combustion sa sasakyan, kung saan yung fuel ay nako-convert, 'di ba? Nako-convert sa smoke Okay? So kapag ito yung paggamit ng sasakyan ng fuel po para umandar siya. So typically yung fuel na to ay nako-convert sa usok, ayun po, at sa iba pang mga forma ng energy para mag-run yung sasakyan. So therefore, when we have that, that's also an example of chemical reaction. And then kapag for example yung apple, 'di ba? Yung pag ang apple ay binalatan mo or hiniwa mo into two, tama? And you try to expose them into air, tama? So yung color ng apple ay nagbabago po. So that's also an indication that there is this chemical reaction. And then yung sinabi ko kanina na formation ng precipitate, just like in this right side na illustration, so yun yung tinatawag natin na precipitate, na kapag hinalo natin yung dalawang magkaibang substances, okay, merong nabubuong precipitate or yung mga solid form na we call that in Bicol tundag. Eh po. So, that's also an indication na merong chemical reaction na nangyari. Okay? And then, another is, ito, yung tinatawag natin na gas formation. For example, you have this tablet, and then you try to mix that one into the water, and merong mga nabuong mga bubbles, merong chemical reaction na nangyari. Okay po. And then another is kapag meron kayong naamoy na pagbabago in terms of odor, okay? Halimbawa, merong nabubulok, 'di ba? Nabubulok na namatay na aso or namatay na pusa, there's this chemical reaction po. And then, as I have said kanina, we have this temperature change. Okay, so nagkaroon ng pagbabago. Kaya po, pag sinabing change, meaning to say, pwedeng umakyat yung temperature or pwede yung bumaba yung temperature. Hindi siya stable, meaning to say hindi siya constant. And then we have this change in acidity also as another evidence of chemical reaction. So yung potential of hydrogen na tinatawag natin, 'di ba? Na for example, yung isang acidic substance ay naging alkaline or basic substance. Nagbago yung acidity na tinatawag natin. So chemical reactions are represented by chemical equations. In fact, we will be covering chemical equation by tomorrow, ayan po, in our next meeting. However, yung mga chemical reactions sa to, gaya na pinakita natin kanina na equation, ayan po, yun yung isang example ng chemical reactions po. And as I have said, it's represented by chemical equations. Chemical equations are balanced to show the same number of atoms of each element on each slide. So, kinakailangan na balance siya. Ngayon, yung topic natin tomorrow ay matutunan nyo yung chemical equation as well as kung paano binabalance yung tinatawag natin na chemical equation. At ano nga ba yung sinasabing balance equation? By tomorrow, you will learn that. So, in representing chemical reactions, ito na po. So this one is what we call a chemical equation. So chemists observe chemical reaction and have come up with a way to represent or model what is happening. So for example, when we make sodium chloride, that is NaCl, so solid sodium combines with chlorine gas to make solid sodium chloride. Yan po. So yung nasa left side natin, yung solid na sodium, and then we have chlorine gas, pinagsama para makapag-combine ng tinatawag natin na sodium chloride, which is also a solid. Po. So itong equation na to, that's what we call a chemical equation. So yung chemical reaction na pinag-uusapan natin ay nire-representan ng tinatawag natin na chemical equation. As I have said, you will learn more on this by tomorrow or next meeting. So, to end this one, to end our discussion about chemical reaction, since it's just very basic topic lang naman, so let's try this one, physical and chemical change. So you just tell me if it's physical or chemical change po. So hindi pa pala. For that, alamin na muna natin yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa. Okay po. So, what is a physical change? A physical change alters the form of a substance but does not change it to another substance. So kanina sinasabi natin yung chemical reaction ay proseso kung saan yung isang substance ay nagbabago. Ayan po. Or binabago. Meaning to say, yung original ay hindi na siya ganon. Ayan po. So for example, meron kang papel, kinunog mo yung papel, so yung papel na nasunog, hindi na siya technically papel. Ayan po. Kundi isa na siyang abo. So, yung pagsunog ng papel, that's an example of a chemical change. Yan po. Here, sa physical change, hindi nababago yung forma ng substance. Yan po. So, yung substance na yon, yung mga substance na yon, ganun pa din po siya. So, an example of a physical change is when you make orange juice. So, sir, bakit po ba ang pagtimpla ng juice ay isang physical change? Kasi nga, ang ginawa mo lang ay hinalo mo lang yung tubig, tama? And then yung juice extract, yun po, orange extract. Okay? So, nandun pa din yung tubig, nandun pa din yung orange extract. So, meaning to say, walang nabago. So, that's just an example of a physical change. So, physical change. Substance may seem different, but the way the atoms link up is the same. Yan po. So, mean to say, ang sinasabi lang naman dito ay para siyang nag-iba, pero hindi naman talaga nag-iba. Because the atoms themselves ay nandun pa din. Yan po. So, they are just the same. Walang nagbago in terms of the atom. So, it's a physical change if, number one, it changes shape or size. For example, yung papel na buo, hinati mo sa dalawa, di ba? Nabago yung size ng papel, okay? Pero papel pa din po siya. Example, yung apple, kinat mo into 4, okay? Ganun pa din po siya. Nagbago yung shape or nagbago yung size, pero ganun pa din po siya. So that's an example of a physical change. Or it dissolves. Okay, remember this, it is very important. Kapag tumutunaw ka lang, okay po, kapag tumutunaw ka lang, physical change lang siya. Halimbawa, meron kang tang juice, for example, at hinala mo siya sa tubig, dinosolve mo lang siya, it's just a physical change. Okay? Or naglagay ka ng asukal sa tubig, physical change lang po yan. Okay po, kapag tumutunaw lang tayo. So, mere dissolving is just a physical change. And also, it's a physical change if it changes phase, freezes, boils, evaporates, condenses. So, yung natutunan nyo noong grade 8 kayo, okay? Yung natutunan nyo noong grade 8 kayo about phase changes, lahat ng yan, pag nagpapakulo, pag merong evaporation, condensation, freezing, boiling, lahat po yan ay physical change lang. Okay po? Kasi kung babalikan natin yung discussion sa phase changes, okay, ang nangyayari lang sa phase changes ay nagbabago lang yung pinaka-state ng matter. However, it is just attained po na walang pagbabago in terms of the temperature. Okay po? Halimbawa, water, liquid water in 0 degrees Celsius, okay po, kapag pinatigas natin siya, magiging siyang ice. Po. It's a solid state ng water pero ice lang din siya. Okay po. So technically, yung mga water molecule, ganun pa din. Okay po. Nagbago lang siya ng pinaka-state niya. However, it is simply a water only. Okay po. So that's what we mean by physical change. Para siyang parang it seems na nagbago yung pinaka ano ng substance pero ganun pa din po siya, water pa din. So now on the other hand, what is a chemical change? So when a substance undergo a chemical change, it is changed into a different substance with different properties. Yan po. So nagbago talaga. Nagbago talaga yung pinaka substance natin. Halimbawa, when you do baking, 'di ba po? Sa baking may mga ingredients ka and then ilalagay mo siya sa um tawag dyan, ilalagay mo siya sa pinaka oven para umalsa yung cake na yon. Yun po. Para maluto yung pinaka, let's say, pinaka dough, whatever it is. Hindi kasi ako familiar mag-bake ng cake. However, ang pinaka, ano lang naman ito ay nagbago talaga. Yung mga original ingredients natin na transform siya into what we call a cake po. So, that's what we mean by chemical change. So, as I have said, we already covered some of these signs or evidences na bago yung color, gaya ng sa dahon, may nabuong precipitate or yung parang mga unsettled, nagsettle na mga solid formations. Okay? This is what we mean by precipitation po, which I already discussed a while ago. And then we have gas production, temperature change. So these are some of the signs of chemical change. And then the changes in the characteristic properties or intrinsic properties, just like odor and merong nag-give off na light, these are also signs for chemical change po. So, now tell me kung ito ay chemical or physical. When you cut a paper, is it chemical or physical? Cutting a paper? Yes, it's physical kasi ginupit mo lang. Binago mo lang yung size or shape niya, pero papel pa din po siya. So, it's physical. What about this one? Ice melting. Is it physical or chemical? Ice melting? The answer is, it's still physical. Di ba sabi natin, yung yellow na solid, natunaw lang naman, pero tubig pa din po siya. So, it's also a physical. What about this one? Toast burning. Nasunog. Nasunog. Po. Yung tinapay, nasunog. So, is it physical or chemical? Ang sagot ay chemical. Kasi nga, nasunog. Ayan po. So, yung tinapay na brown ay naginang itim. So, nagkaroon ng pagbabago in terms of the color. Ayan po. And syempre, ang amoy niyan, di ba, parang iba yung amoy ng nasusunog na tinapay. So, it's a chemical change po. What about this one? Rocket fuel burning. So, since it's burning, ang sagot ay chemical. Ayan po. So, here, obviously, merong na-form na gas, merong na-form na produce na light. Okay? So, pag burning kasi, alam naman natin na it's a chemical po. What about this one? Sawing wood. Okay? So, is it physical or chemical? Ang sagot ay physical. Physical pa din kasi nga, hinati mo lang yung wood. Although may mga ragrag dyan, pero technically yung sawdust na yon ay wood pa din lang naman siya. Yan po. So, it's just physical po. What about this one? Metal rusting. Yung bakal na nagkakalawang. So, is it physical or chemical? Ang sagot ay chemical. So, pag kinakalawang na ang bakal, so hindi na siya bakal actually, di ba? Yung rust na to, alam naman natin na yung rust na to ay, it's an indication na merong chemical reaction na nangyari doon sa bakal po. So, it's chemical po. Okay, what about this one? Disappearing puddle. Yung tubig sa sahig, later on, mawawala. Ang sagot ay, yes, it's physical po. And we call that process as evaporation. So, nag-disappear yung tubig na yon, okay, through the process of evaporation. And kapag nag-evaporate lang naman, it's just a physical change. What about this one? Candle burning. Physical or chemical? Sagot ay chemical. Again, burning. Yan po. So, merong na-produce na light, may ma-produce na smoke, and other indication na chemical change po siya. And what we have this, the dry ice. Okay? Is it chemical or physical? Ang sagot ay physical lang. Ayan po. So, yung solid na to ay nagiging gas. Okay? So, it's just, anong tawag dyan? It's just, physical change. Okay? So, we call that as, sublimation. Tinatawag. But it's just a phase change. So, it's an example of a physical change. So, now for your quiz today, I want you to get one crosswise. So, for the first part of this quiz, you just need to tell if it's physical or chemical change. So, number your paper from 1 to 10. And ang sagot lang po dyan sa 1 to 10 na yan, sa part 1 na to ay, isulat nyo lang kung physical or chemical. So, number 1, rusting nails. Physical or chemical? Pako na nagkalawang. Number 2, we have this effervescent tablet. Yung tablet na to, na kapag nilagay mo sa tubig, okay, ay as you can see in the illustration, ay may mabubuo. Ayun po. So, para siyang magbabubbles. Is it physical or chemical? Number 3, cutting paper. Physical or chemical? Number 4, mixing vinegar and baking soda. Just like in our first part of the lesson, is it physical or chemical? Number 5, mixing salt and water. Pinaghalo ang salt and water. Physical or chemical? Next, broken glass. Yung glass nabasag, is it physical or chemical? Number 7, burning wood. Burning wood. Is it physical or chemical? Number 8, you have here ice that melts. Pagkatunaw ng yellow, is it physical or chemical? Number 9, removing iron filings from a mixture. So, using a magnet, kaya nating ma-remove yung iron filings sa mixture. Is it physical or chemical? And number 10, boiling water. Pagpapakulo ng tubig. Physical or chemical? Now for the second part of this quiz, multiple choice tayo. It's just a 5 items lang naman po. So just write the letter of your choice together with your answer. So not only the letter ha, pati yung pinakasagot po. Sulat nyo sa one half crosswise. So number 1, when a new substance is formed with different properties than the original substance, it is called a blank. A, chemical change. B, physical change. C, freezing. And D, boiling. Number 2, if the chemical properties of a substance remain unchanged and the appearance or shape of a substance changes, it is called a blank. A, chemical change. B, physical change. C, both physical and chemical. And D, neither physical nor chemical. Number 3, which is not a clue that could indicate a chemical change. Not a clue, huh? Letter A, change in color. B, change in shape. C, change in energy. And letter D, change in odor. Number 4, which of the following is an example of a chemical change? Letter A, filling up a balloon with hot air. B, taking a glass of water and freezing it by placing it in a freezer. Letter C, a plant collecting sunlight and turning it into food. And letter D, your dog ripping up your homework. Again, which is an example of a chemical change? And number 5, last item, which change can be easily be reversed? Pag sinabing reversed ay mabalik sa dati niyang anyo. Letter A, chemical change. B, physical change. C, both physical and chemical. And letter D, neither physical nor chemical. So yan, you have a 15-item quiz, part 1, physical or chemical, and part 2, multiple choice. So please submit that quiz po at ako na mag-check ng quiz na yan. Submit that together with all the outputs na hawak nyo pa by Thursday. That's May 9. So, and this will be recorded and part of your grade and part of your quiz. So, thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye-bye.